welcome to Lakeshore Academy. Today I'm going to be talking to you about why I love flashcards. Having one of them days, people. Okay, my hair looks so ugh. But anyway, let's get right to it. If you have a child that have a hard time with like sitting down reading, like I'm speaking of ones with dyslexia, or maybe they have ADHD, they're very hyperactive, and it's hard for you to get them to sit down and like focus. And sometimes when you pull a big book out, it kind of overwhelms them and make for a very stressful day. When that happens in my homeschool, what I really like to do is use flashcards. Flashcards are so great in the fact that it has a unique way of still conveying the information that you want your child to understand and learn about, but it gives it to them in bite-sized pieces where it's not overwhelming to them. So say, for example, me and my children were going over American history. And they do have several different American history books. But American history can sometimes be a little overwhelming for kids, especially if your child does not particularly like history. Like my daughter, she's not particularly a fan of history, like with the wars and stuff like that. But she do like to learn about people and stuff like that. But she's not really a fan of the wars and learning about all the gruesome stuff of war. My son, he's kind of borderline. He don't really like it, but he'll tolerate it. So when we're going over history and it's not something that they're particularly interested in, and then they get a little bit overwhelmed, I have American history flashcards. So what I just do, and they look like this, they're in black and white. They're pretty cute the way they are. What I would do is just give them a couple of those flashcards, or if we're talking about a certain topic and I have that flashcard in this stack, I'll just give them that flashcard or several different flashcards and say, here, this is your American history for today. And then along with that, I want you to go find or watch one of our DVDs on American history, or I already have something pre-planned for them to watch, because I really don't let them watch American history videos without screening it first, because I want to know about the content in the video, because sometimes it can get a little graphic with bloodshed and stuff, and I don't want my children to see too much of the gory details. They just need to know some of it. They don't need to see all of that, in my opinion. So that's what I particularly do. And I not only have American history cards, I have financial flashcards. This is from the Black Business School. They say Black Business School Millionaires of Tomorrow is fun finance flashcards for children. I absolutely love these flashcards. Now, these flashcards is really geared towards children. It's geared towards any child. They can use them, but they have a lot of African American children are featured within these flashcards. So when it talks about loan, it actually has African American children on it, so that they can identify with finance in a way that they can see themselves. And so usually when a child can see themselves within a flashcard or can identify, they'll be able to better understand the information. So they see what loan is, and they see a boy and a girl, and they are changing, they're making an agreement, and then it has in the back what a loan actually is. I really like these flashcards because they're simple, they're direct, and they're right to the point, and it goes good along with their curriculum that they're using now, learning about finance and stuff like that. And they actually take the class online as well. But I also have other things about entrepreneurship, investments, excuse me, loans, marketing, money, access, stock, bonds. You know, we learn about annuities and different stuff like that. So it's very important for our children to know about finance, because if children have a better understanding of finance, maybe that will help them so they won't get into the pitfalls of handling their finance improperly. So I like those. I also have like science flashcards, or what they call task cards. So I give them to the children, and then they can actually do further research on it, read those cards, use those within different books that we have. So that's why I absolutely love them, because it de-stresses the homeschool situation when your child gets totally overwhelmed by having a whole lot of books all the time. If you notice your child's getting very stagnant, very stressed, very bored, very just overwhelmed, why not try a couple of flashcards to get the same point across? And then if this does not work for your child, that's when I actually pull out DVDs and stuff as well to help them, because I really, really love using DVDs and flashcards. So I just want to give y'all that little tidbit about that today. So thank you for watching. Bye.